What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster, and this may come as a surprise to some people out there, but did you know that video games are actually supposed to be a challenge? Yeah, it turns out that there's this whole genre of entertainment for people who don't want a challenge and just want a story. It's called a movie.
No way! Yes way!
Age The Veilguard just announced the difficulty options for their game, and they have made it abundantly clear that they have made this game accessible to the modern audience that they've been chasing after so hard. In other words, they made it accessible to people who don't actually play video games and don't want any kind of challenge. They made it accessible to people who simply want to be seen as gamers. You see, I have long maintained that there are typically 3 difficulties in games. In descending order of difficulty, those modes range from hard mode, normal mode, and of course, game journalist mode.
You're a total poser.
Not a poser.
To be fair, I imagine it's pretty hard to fit in any time to actually play and get good at games when you spend all your time worrying about activism and shoving that shit into other people's faces. But the thing is, there used to be a sense of accomplishment when you beat a game. When I was 8 years old, for example, I finally beat the original Legend of Zelda. My friends were there watching when I figured out the secret to beating Ganon, shooting him with a silver arrow. We jumped up and down and celebrated so loudly, my mom came into the room and made sure nobody was hurt. Nowadays, gamers are robbed of that experience with games that are more focused on hand-holding the newbies and the non-gamers than they are creating a challenge for people who actually want to game.
They stole it from us!
It's this attitude, the one where BioWare is more focused on pandering to potential new players than catering to longtime fans, that is getting them destroyed in pre-sales, which is what I'm hearing from retail stores. Gamers are pushing back against this crap.
Hello.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, where I keep a list of woke and DEI infected games pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle on there is Dr. Disaster 1. Anyways, Age The Veilguard is absolutely abandoning longtime old-school fans of the franchise and fans of old BioWare games in general, and they are doing it in an attempt to appeal to somebody completely different. First of all, let me say this. If Age The Veilguard creators want to make a fully customizable difficulty level in their game, then they are free to do it. It doesn't actually hurt me in the same way that letting someone piss around and do whatever they want in The Sims. That doesn't hurt me either. But I will say this, just like The Sims, I won't be playing it because I don't see the damn point. Now, I'm not the best gamer in the world, but I do like to try to rise to the challenge, and I do like to play difficult games. I enjoy methodically collecting trophies on my old PlayStation games and gathering up platinums. I feel a sense of accomplishment when I have mastered something tough, and I stand firmly on the side of gamers who enjoy games like Elden Ring, which is difficult by design. I don't like it when a game holds the player's hands. If you don't want a challenge, then play a game like The Sims. play Animal Crossing. I don't even mean that in a derogatory way. Some people prefer to do that kind of relaxing gaming, and I respect that. Nothing wrong with it. But once again, Veilguard shows me why I shouldn't even consider going anywhere near it. BioWare just put out a blog post talking about accessibility in their games, and naturally, I think it's pretty cool that they have options for people that are hard of hearing or have poor eyesight, things like that. I've got no problem with attempting to help those people enjoy their games. But in their accessibility blog post, the first thing they talk about is difficulty, as if being a bad gamer or a newbie is some kind of a handicap that they want to accommodate. They list 5 difficulty settings and then a 6th option where the player can customize all the elements of difficulty that they want. And I'm sure that game journalists love that stuff, since they usually aren't actually gamers, but for those of us out here who understand that the point of a game is to have a challenge, well, this kinda ruins it for me. If anyone can just pick up the controller and beat the game, then where is the challenge? What is the point? And this really coincides with this mentality that we've seen all along from the Veilguard ever since their first reveal trailer. They are not trying to court the older players who have been with them since the beginning. This game is an effort to unearth new ones. That is why the first trailer was rightfully described as a Fortnite heist movie, because it was clearly going after the Fortnite crowd. They have since backed off that marketing strategy, but the damage is done. We can see that the main priority for this studio are the people who aren't actually customers, who didn't actually play the first 3 games. That is why virtually none of the decisions made in the first few games actually matter in this one. Practically nothing carries over into Dragon Age The Veilguard. I mean, look at this headline. Dragon Age writer says you can play The Veilguard without playing the series' past RPGs. Anything that would require a great memory is brought up with an on-ramp. They're even holding gamers' hands on the story now. These people do not understand that by their very nature, hobbies are meant to be exclusive and not inclusive. In other words, they are meant to include only the people who actually like the hobby and put time into it. For those who don't know, I'm a big Magic the Gathering player, for example, and I have a friend group of people that play Magic and talk to each other about the game, and by nature, this group excludes people that aren't interested in the hobby. And when we're playing games, preparing for tournaments, we don't invite people who are noobs to play test matches. The noobs are welcome to watch and to learn, but they aren't invited to play until they reach a certain level. That is how hobbies typically work. There is a progression. Noobs are meant to push through their own trials and tribulations until they aren't noobs anymore. This attempt to draw in newbies into the Dragon Age world is only driving away people who liked the original stuff. And that, I think, is why we are seeing such low pre-sales numbers in retail stores. I have a few contacts in the retail world. The one person runs 9 stores which sell video games, and I've previously reported that in those 9 stores, they've seen 7 copies of the game pre-ordered thus far. But now they have finally hit 9 copies, meaning that finally they are averaging 1 per store. Keep in mind, these are heavily trafficked and highly populated areas, and there are only 9 copies of the game sold so far. And my other contact has access to the sales data of over a dozen retail stores, and in those stores, they are at only 13 copies, which is less than 1 pre-order per store. This data for Dragon Age is running well behind where Star Wars Outlaws was running a few months ago, and that game was an absolute disaster that started a chain reaction of failure for Ubisoft. So things aren't looking good for Dragon Age The Veilguard. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop some mockery of this game into the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booze.